And the citizens of this community told us, if you've got things to do with your budget, you must prioritize. And in that prioritization process, put first things first. And what were those first things first? Police, fire, water, utilities, and streets to drive on. Those were the priorities that were clearly given to this council to do first. And when you accomplish those things, then you can do these other agenda items and wish lists that you have. But those things come first. Those are called infrastructure. They're basic. They're the needs of life. And that's what we need to do here. And that makes me an infrastructure guy, and listening to those people. Now, as far as those people, I have a little bit of a theory, it is, about those people who didn't pay enough some time ago. Simply stated, they have paid. And you know what? The $6 million that they paid is right here in our budget. And it should be applied in a prioritization manner to infrastructure.
The amended proposal is increasingly front-loaded to how many percent?
I'm showing 97.5.
So 97.5% increase over the next 5 years. Okay, thank you.
And again, I will come back to when you start using percentages, and what I want to know is what's the real dollar amount out of my pocket? And when I take a look at that, and I will go back to what I said before. You start using percentages, it really drives those numbers to huge numbers, and then you compare the chart. That's a whole different ball game you're looking at.
And I'm here to tell you, Phil's sitting over here. I promise you, he knows what percentage he makes on his investments. I promise you that he looks at it in terms of comparing those to the apples to apples comparison is not what I pay on a water bill that's a 60-cent increase. It's what that percentage is. I can tell you right now, the diesel fuel I put in my pickup, I look at that on the percentage of what I paid, a year or two ago. And I'll tell you, that's the hard part for me, is when I look at this and I know that families at my kids' schools are struggling to pay for a lunch for their kids, and this is per month that I'm asking them to dig out of their wallets another amount of money like this. Dave said it best. We're looking for the best way to keep rates as low as we can. Because guess what? Families in this town are getting attacked on every other front. Every time they fill up their car, every time they go buy groceries, every time they turn around, something's going up in cost. And we have the ability to use surplus funds to keep this lower. Why the hell wouldn't we use it that way?
About we only charge our customers what we absolutely need to charge them. To provide them with good quality water, good quality electricity, and all of our other utilities is right on the money, and you continue to do that. So I appreciate that you had to make a change here to try to match what you thought council's direction was and directive was, and so I appreciate that work very, very much. So with that, I'm ready for a vote. So if you would, please. Terry, call the roll.
This motion is to approve the original.
The original motion, yeah. Thank you, Terry, because I want to make that perfectly clear. This is to approve the original motion.
Well, my general test of where we are on things are your ears. If I see your ears getting red, I kind of know where we're going with things. And
You've seen my ears get red. Now you're going to see more of me get red. And I will tell you that I do this with the utmost because the water department needs to get the job done and our citizens need to do it, need to have us do it. I'm going to vote yes, but I will tell you that I do it with such disgust that I can't express myself this evening. And so I'm going to assume that passes 5-3, and we're going to take a break.